Alright, hello my lovely Tauruses. How are you? How are you, Renee? So, we're going to go ahead and see what we have for you guys, okay? Let's see what energy you're in and what you can kind of look out for here, okay? Okay, so far we have the Magician in reverse. We also have the Ten of Wands in reverse. Oops, sorry. We also have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, okay? Let's see what else we have here. I'm trying to keep y'all cards so y'all can see them. Okay? What else do we have for Taurus? Okay, so we also have the Nine of Pentacles. So far what I'm seeing here, for some of you Tauruses, if you are like a single Taurus and you're wanting like a relationship or marriage, I could see that like your blockage is finances. Okay, right now you could be focused more on, excuse my nails, but right now you could just be focusing on like your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, things of that nature. Okay, so it's kind of like if you are a single Taurus and you are looking to be in a relationship or marriage, okay, it's like you'll have to learn to really balance, you know, between your goals, dreams, aspirations, and your job, and, you know, building towards this with this person if that's what you want. Okay, if you're in a relationship, Taurus, things in your relationship or marriage may kind of be going slow, or you may notice like a little blockage there, or like things are not progressing, okay? Because it looks like right now your priorities are a little different, okay? A little different, okay? Right here we have the Justice card in reverse, okay? So, I'm gonna pull some more cards, okay? Pull some more cards here. But what I'm seeing so far, Taurus, it looks like if this is a relationship or marriage, it's like one person wants, it's like, I don't know, it's like one person may want this, okay, the Ten of Pentacles, the whole shebang, kids, family, all of that, but it's like the other person may be focused more on themselves, their goals, their dreams, aspirations, and it looks like somebody feels as if that's unfair, okay, but it may feel like it's just unbalanced, it's not equal, okay, but somebody's attention is elsewhere, okay. What else do we have for our lovely Taurus? Okay. Kind of reminds me of y'all's last reading. Honestly, I'd rather be doing something else. Okay. It's like that. Okay. So it's like one person, you know, wants the whole shebang, but another person's like, look, I gotta focus on me. I gotta focus on my goals, you know. So what else do we have for Taurus? Gotta keep up with the time, y'all. Okay, it's 12:52. Alright, what else do we have for our lovely Tauruses? I don't know how I'm getting this, but like if you are in a relationship or marriage, somebody may feel like it's not fair that it's going so slow, okay? Because with this Magician in reverse, this is like stagnation, a delay in the manifestation, or the fact that this didn't come alive at all, okay? This looks like somebody's attention was on finances and getting themselves together, or it is, and another person saw it as unfair, or they're seeing it as unfair, okay? So we're gonna keep going here, okay? But I was talking to Leo about that, as far as I don't know which side of the coin you fall on, but what I was telling Leo is that just because our priorities is a little different from the next person, it doesn't mean that, you know, we can't be, you know, because everybody's entitled to have their own preferences and, you know, their own priorities, you know. You know, some people value relationships more than others. You know, other people value money more than others, you know. Doesn't mean anybody's wrong, you know. And doesn't mean anybody's wrong here. Okay. What else do we have for Taurus? Alright, so we have the King of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, okay, and we also have the Five of Cups in reverse, okay. So it's almost as if, Taurus, if you were the energy that I'm talking about who's more focused on finances, okay, this person may have expressed to you how they felt that it was unfair, that this connection is not moving forward, or that it's not being nurtured as it needs to be, and that honestly may have made you kind of really sit and think to yourself, like, you know what, maybe they're right, you know, because I don't want to lose this, you know, I don't want to lose this connection, I don't want to lose this person, okay. So with the Seven of Pentacles right here, Taurus, it's almost as if you guys have had like some type of change of heart, if this is your energy, okay. It's like at some point in time, yes, my focus was, you know, on just myself, my goals, my dreams, my aspirations, you know, but, you know, with this Justice in reverse, it really speaks of somebody who basically, in this sense, spoke up and was like, hey, it's not, like, I understand what you're doing, I understand your goals, I get it, but what about this, you know? What about this that we're building towards? What about our family? Or what about, you know, the other things, you know? So, Taurus, it kind of looks like a change of heart has gone on here. Okay? I'm going to keep going, though. Okay? Hey, you know what? That's really crazy, Taurus, because y'all really don't normally budge, you know? It's like y'all are known to be my stubborn zodiac sign. So, you know, for you to have budged or at least sat and thought about this, Taurus, it lets me know that, like, you really do genuinely care, you know? Because you normally can't get Tauruses to change their minds about anything, okay? Taurus is like, I'm going to focus on my goals, that's it. Okay, and honestly, with this Justice in reverse, with the person who felt that this was unfair of how the other person was focused more on, you know, business, things of that nature, you know, with this King of Swords, this speaks to him having time to himself to sit and think, okay? So honestly, with this Magician in reverse, there could have been a delay or like no communication, no contact, to where one person was actually sitting and thinking about what the other person said, you know? Because, you know, when we're away from people that we like disagree with, it's like the time that we have away that allows us to kind of not so much as put ourselves in their shoes, but to kind of replay the conversations in our head and kind of make sense of it for ourselves, you know, because if we think a certain way is, you know, the right way, and somebody else tries to tell us differently, like, we're not going to see it from their point of view automatically, you know. Sometimes it takes, you know, time, space, distance for one person to see another person's perspective, you know. And you know what, honestly, Taurus, with this person here, this Justice in reverse, is actually Justice, the scales, it stands for Libra, okay? But you could have been dealing with a Libra or a water sign, okay, or an air sign, or an earth sign like yourself, okay? But with this person here that spoke up and was like, okay, this is unfair. There's delays, there's blockages because you're just focused on, things outside of the connection, With the way he's sitting here to himself, there may have been like a break, okay? As far as you may be going through, or you went through, or you will be going through a break because one person feels as if this is not equal, okay? But it's like one person is wanting this, but there's a delay on that, while the other person is focused on this, or there was, okay? So y'all just use the energy as it is, okay? But yeah, sometimes we don't realize things until, that time, apart to where you can see things a whole lot more clearly than you did at first. Because, one thing about us is all we know is how we feel, So it's like, sorry that you may have been feeling like, it's best to, focus on my business, my goals, it makes sense, but when another person comes up and they're like, no, that doesn't make sense, there's other things. At first, we're not going to comprehend what they're saying. Actually, we would take it to offense because it opposes to our concrete belief system, So, I don't know, it could have been a big argument or things of that nature to where that caused the distance and the space, which, that's a pretty painful process, but we see the results, Time away to think, self-reflect, and see where the other person is coming from, And so honestly, it looks like the time away, it allows you to realize that you don't want this to go to waste, It's like, although you have your goals, dreams, aspirations, job, things of that nature, after this person said what they said, whatever that was, and after y'all had y'all's distance, it's almost as if you realize, like, what's more important, Not that it's more important than what I'm already doing, but it's equally as important. So it should be an equal value there, equal of prioritizing and equal of nurturing, Yes, I can be nurturing of my business, but I also can be nurturing in my relationship and my marriage, So this is actually pretty good, Taurus. Okay, so we're going to keep going. Okay, we're going to keep going. What else do we have for Taurus? And honestly, Taurus, again, with y'all being bulls, when this person first told you how they felt, you may have honestly taken it very offensive, and you may not have really saw things very clearly from this other person's point of view, okay? Honestly, you may have saw it as them, like, not being supportive of you, not really being, like, happy for you, that you're focusing on that, on your business goals and things of that nature, but no. Actually, with this justice in reverse, this is a person who's actually very fair, who's very even-headed and level-headed, So when this person decides to speak up and say that something's unfair, they see that clearly, and they may have tried to express that to you, but with this King of Swords, he always has his knife, or his dagger or sword. He always has it on standby. So it's kind of like this person may have told you how they felt, Taurus, but with you having your concrete belief system or your concrete way of viewing things, your concrete perspective, you may have taken what this person said to you as not so much as an insult, but like a challenge or threat to what you already have established. Because y'all are all about, like routine and things of that nature. So if you've been doing things for a certain amount of time and somebody comes up and is like, oh, we don't need to do it that way anymore, like, of course, we're going to buck up against it at first, But like I said, with this distance, this space, which allows you to, like, really reflect on everything here, Taurus, it looks like you realize, like, maybe this person makes a valid point, and even if they don't, I don't want to lose this, So, yeah, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay? So Taurus, the most hardest of the zodiac signs, has changed their mind. They have had to change their heart. Okay? So y'all most definitely have been going through a major transformation. Okay? Alright, so what else do we have for our Taurus gang? But this is just beautiful to see, Taurus, because when I think of the hardest zodiac sign, I think of y'all. And for the hardest of them all, the toughest of them all, the bravest of them all, the most stubborn of them all, to have this change of mind and to switch into such a nurturing energy like this, y'all have done a whole 180. Okay? But it's like you're still in your energy, okay? You are still in your energy. You're still in your element here, Taurus, okay? Because both of these are pentacles, okay? You went from the 9 of Pentacles to the 7 of Pentacles, you know? And I don't know if y'all ever heard of this quote. It's like sometimes you gotta go back to move forward, something like that. But once again, you went from the 9 of Pentacles to the 7 of Pentacles, and on the outside looking in, this could look like a downgrade because you're coming from the 9 to the 7. But no, Taurus, this is really just about. This is like the process of you becoming more humble, more aware, more nurturing, more. It's like you're switching over to more motherly, feminine energy, which is actually pretty good here, okay? Because sometimes y'all do get carried away with work. You know, Tauruses are known to be very much hard workers, okay? But it has to be that balance there, you know, because what's the point of being all work, no play, you know, or always on your job and your business, but not spending time with family, you know? And it's like you came to that realization, and it was a harsh reality, especially for you all to face, because that's what y'all are used to. Working hard, doing this, doing that, staying busy. That's y'all's thing, you know? But to have an energy come into your life and challenge what you have already taught yourself is the right way of being and doing, you know, I know it was tough at first, Taurus, you know? But it looks like you came to a very good realization, okay? And it's just, I applaud you for y'all to come from this very masculine energy like this and to switch over into such a nurturing energy. Like, look at this, Taurus. Look at that. Don't worry about my nails, y'all, okay? But yeah, this is very beautiful, Taurus, okay? See, you come from one energy to the next here. It's very beautiful. And I know that y'all mean it, because the Taurus is not going to switch up for anything or anybody. So if you make a change, it's real, it's genuine, and it's because you want to. It's not because of what this person said. It's because you genuinely want to make that change. That's what's so powerful about y'all's change, because y'all have made y'all's mind up that, you know what, maybe they are right, you know. And I know that took a lot out of y'all to have admitted that, you know, and maybe, you know, they did kind of prove a point there, you know. But I see that it may have taken you a little minute to actually confess that. And maybe you didn't even confess that. Maybe you just realized that within yourself. You know, like, they got a valid point. I have been working a lot and not spending much time with family. You know, or I have been putting more time into my job and not into their connection. They have a point. And not only do they have a point, but I don't want to jeopardize what I have with this person. You know? So it's like, Taurus, your heart has been strucken, okay? And it's a very beautiful thing to see, because once again, y'all are the bulls of the zodiac sign. Y'all do not budge. But to see you transform like this, to come to this type of realization, okay, this is very beautiful, Taurus, okay? And I'm very proud of y'all. I know it took a lot. Trust me, I know it took a lot. okay? Y'all are earth signs. Routine, structure, discipline. Yeah. Yeah. Okay? I get it. Okay? Now this is very beautiful. Very beautiful. Okay? So what else do we have for our lovely Taurus? And honestly, Taurus, you could have been like going really hard and working really hard on your job and your business, and it's like you may have had to really soak in what this person said to you, and it's just like, okay, well, if I put more time into my family or this connection, that means that the progress with my business is going to go at a slower pace, you know, or the job that I have, I won't be able to dedicate as much time as I normally do. You weigh the options, and if you haven't, it looks like you are, or you will be, you know. It's like I don't want to lose this connection, I don't want to lose this person, and I want to be there for my family, but that means, you know, that means slowing down, you know. That means instead of always working overtime, that means just working when I can. You know, for some of you Tauruses, it could be moving from a full-time to a part-time, okay? But it does look like you are sitting to yourself here. And this person really has you thinking, Taurus. And that's not normal. And that probably frustrates you because y'all normally don't let people into y'all's head like that. Like when a Taurus has their mind made up, it's made up, okay? But to have this person here to just come in your life and just shake the whole thing up, your whole belief system, your whole routine, the way you do things, the way you think, you know? Yeah. But I do see a drastic change here, Taurus. And if you haven't went through it, it looks like you are going through it, or you will be going through it. Where you realize that there are other things to love. There are other things to also put your energy into. There are other things to put your love and your dedication into. Whether it's your family, your children, your wife, your husband, girlfriend, boyfriend. You're going to have this aha moment. And this, not even so much as the aha moment, but it's like this humbling realization that there is so much more to life than just either your hobby or your business or your job, whatever it is that you're working on, Taurus, okay? It's just like you start to realize what else in your life is important, okay? I'm not going to say you start to realize what's more important, but you start to realize what also is important, okay? Because your job, it is important. Your business, that is important. Your stock that you invested in, all of what you've been doing up until now, Taurus, is still important. But it's like you're realizing that I don't want to lose this connection. And because I have this fear of losing this connection, that means this person means something to me. And because this person means something to me and I have a fear of losing them, that means they're important to me. You know? And honestly, Taurus, I don't know. For some of you, you may just now be realizing that you're in love. I'll just throw that out there. And you just now may be realizing how much this person matters to you. Because it's like this whole time you maybe weren't able to realize how much you care for this person once again because of your focus being in other places. But it's like the time that you've had to yourself. And I don't know, maybe this person put like an ultimatum down or something, okay? But I'm saying distance, time. He's sitting to himself, okay? And I'm saying that you didn't want to lose this, so you had a fear of losing it, so this person may have, you know, gave you a reason to feel like you would lose them. Okay? And it's like that process made you realize, Taurus, you do care about more than just this. You know? It's like you start to realize, like, oh my goodness, like, what have I been doing? Like, I have a fear of losing this. That means this means something to me. You know? It means something to me. You know? And when you're going from, once again, when you're going from this Nine of Pentacles to the Seven of Pentacles, Taurus, it's like you're making the ultimate sacrifice. You know, how you normally work the overtime, crazy hours, things of that nature, always put your time into this business. This looks like you're taking a step back to move forward in another area in your life. Okay? And that's just really beautiful to see, Taurus, okay? It's very beautiful to see, okay? So what else do we have for our lovely Tauruses, okay? And if you haven't made that shift, it looks like you're thinking about making that shift, okay? And it's like, I care about my business, I value it, I care about my job, but I also don't want to lose this person, so that means I care about them too, or I value them too, you know? So it's like learning to balance, you know, coming from the Nine of Pentacles to the Seven of Pentacles. I have to sacrifice a thing to gain a thing, you know? And you are making the ultimate sacrifice, Taurus. Because y'all normally don't budge off anything, okay? Alright, Taurus, so right here we have the Tower card, okay? So, yeah, like I said, this person may have given you like an ultimatum, or either there may have been some type of argument or something, okay? All I'm seeing is that one person's attention was on finances, goals, dreams, and another person felt that it was unfair that there was a delay in their connection or delay in their family, okay? And, you know, if somebody's in the energy of thinking to themselves and having a fear of losing, the only thing I can think of, if a person has a fear of losing, they may have been threatened or felt that it was a threat that they would lose this. So like I said, it may have been distance or space, okay? Tower moment, arguments, fallouts, things like that, okay? But it's like, Taurus, this had to happen for you to, I don't know why I keep thinking about this, this comparison, but I don't know if y'all have ever been driving somewhere you've never been before and you're using your GPS and you kind of get off track a little bit and it says it's recalibrating, okay, or it's rerouting, okay? It's like, Taurus, you kind of had to hit this tower moment in this connection or either in your family dynamic, whatever the case is, okay? It's like you had to hit this fallout or this disappointment or this argument so that you can sit to yourself and realize just how much these people mean to you or how much this person means to you, okay? So where like, if your family was like, okay, you work a lot, it's not fair that you barely spend time with us, things of that nature. It's like at first you may not have been listening. So once again, y'all are bull signs, okay? Y'all have tunnel vision. If you feel that your way is right, there's nothing nobody can say. But it looks like it took a special person or a special group of people, okay, to let you know how they felt. And we have this Tower card. So it may have been an argument or separation, okay? But in this time of being away from this person or these people, you realize that you have a fear of losing them. Okay? Sometimes we have to go through stuff like that when we almost lose people or things so that we can really learn to appreciate and value them while we have them. You know? Because like I was telling Aries, you know, it's like a lot of times we don't realize the importance or the value of our life until it's on the line. You know, when I had my surgery, you know, I honestly got to thinking to myself, like, you know, if I was to die during the surgery, like, what have I been doing with my life? You know, it made me want to hug my family tighter and just be around them more, because you never know, you know. It takes times like this when there's a threat to where we realize what's more important. Not more important, but what's also important. But yeah, it's like Taurus, this disappointment, this Tower moment, y'all know what this meant in y'all's life, but it allowed you to see, okay? It allowed you to see, okay? And it's like, in a way, it humbled you, Taurus, and it kind of took you off of the chase of success and materialism into the path of what matters to me or who matters to me, you know. Some of you could be focused more on like a spiritual path, or I don't know if some of you could have a garden, okay? It's just enjoying nature more, just really taking it easy, okay? You can find it like you're probably cutting down your hours or going in less days. It's like you're just starting to value other things and other people. It's like you're starting to realize what also is more important to you, okay? You're starting to see like, oh wow, like all this time I've been doing things this way and just focusing on this, but there's so many other things out here that I also care about. But I wouldn't have known that if I didn't almost lose it. For some of you Taurus, it looks like you may have actually lost this person. Okay. So what else do we have for Taurus? Okay, but I'm very proud of y'all Taurus. Okay. But it's like sometimes stuff like has to happen like this for us to realize, you know, and kind of see the bigger picture. So sometimes we're just so dead focused on certain things that we just overlook other things that's also important. We overlook the small details, you know. We overlook certain things. It's like you took a step back so you can move forward, you know. Taking a step back to move forward. So yeah, we have the Eight of Cups in reverse, okay? So, Taurus, I don't know, for some of you Tauruses, with this Tower card, and this person feeling like something was unfair, you may have actually told this person that you'd rather focus on yourself, your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, okay? And you may have cut off communication with them or decided to walk away. So it's like in your mind, it's like, okay, you don't support me, you don't like what I do, alright, bye. I just focus on my job, on my career, okay? Boom. But Taurus, when you walked away, you weren't able to fully walk away. You weren't able to be okay without this person or without your family. On your quest of walking away, you realize just what you're walking away from. You know? On your quest of walking away, Taurus, you realize that you were still attached. You realize that you still love these people or this person. And you realize that you also didn't want to lose them. Okay? So, Taurus, I don't know if it's that this person walked away and you realized that you missed them or that you value them, or if you walked away. Okay? It looks like somebody walked away after this Tower card. Okay? After this Tower moment. And the other person realized, like, I know I said that this is more important, but it doesn't feel like it. Because if this genuinely was more important, I would feel good about this decision that I made to just focus on myself, my goals, my dreams, aspirations. This would make me feel good if it was the right thing. But it's like, if it is the right thing, why do I still miss this person? Why am I still thinking about this person? Why do I still yearn for this person if my job is more important? Or if my business is more important, why am I doing so good on my job, especially if it's not a biblical? Why am I doing so good on my job? My business is booming, but I still feel this pull, this tug, you know? So, Taurus, it's like in this situation, you realize you have a heart. You realize you have feelings. You realize that you have love. And that may have been what was missing out of the equation, Taurus. Okay, because once again, y'all are known to be hard workers and all about y'all's money. But what is that when you don't have anybody to share it with? What is that whenever it's just you? Because he's sitting up here on the top of this mountain, you know. It's like, my business is doing good. I'm working a full shift. You know, life is great financially, but it's just like, now what? You know, or still looking back at the people that he's cut off in the process of just focusing on himself and his goals, dreams, and stuff. It's like, who can I call? Who can I share this with? Okay? Because honestly, sorry, some of y'all may have, with the tarot card, maybe some of y'all have, because y'all are bulls, okay? Anybody come your way, y'all normally attack them, okay? Especially if it goes against how you feel, what you think, and your belief system, okay? So, Taurus, you may have told this person that, like I said, you much rather focus on this instead. You know, but it's like, right here, Taurus, it's like it hits you that maybe I didn't mean that. Maybe I just, like, you know, it's like you're thinking here, Taurus, and you're realizing that I conquered everything I said that I wanted to conquer. My business is doing good. You know, I got that promotion. All is going well financially. I got the fancy car. I got the house I've been wanting. Like, I am fine materialistically. But I still feel like something's missing. Okay? And it's like when you realize that something was missing, that's when you have the aha moment that what's missing is what I cut off. Because he has a sword right here. The thing or the person that I'm yearning for is the same person that I pushed away. It's the same person that I told to them I'd much rather do this instead. That same person, or the same group of people, even if it's your family or your parents or your children. I told these people I would much rather focus on me, my goals, my dreams, my aspirations. Just to focus on that and realize that there's more. You know, it's almost as far as I don't know if it's the energy or spirit of regret or disappointment, but you may have felt like you let people down because it's just like, or you may feel like you let yourself down because it's like you gave yourself this vision of what you're aiming for, and it's like when you got there and when you're on your way to achieving it, it's just like something still does not feel right. My money looks good, especially this 9 of Pentacles, okay? My money looks good, my business is blooming, everything's fine. What is going on with me right here? Why is my chest still heavy? Why can't I sleep well? What's tugging in me? You know? And Taurus is your answer. The things and the people that you sacrifice on this quest of, you know, focusing on goals, dreams, aspirations. That's what's missing. You know, so it's like, what's the point of conquering the world if you don't have anybody to go home and talk to about that? You get good news, you go home, just empty house, just you. Who are you gonna tell that good news to, as far as, you know? You get a nice car. Who's gonna sit in the passenger seat, cars? Who's gonna sit in the back seat? You know? So, I'm seeing here, Taurus, that once again, it's like you're taking a step back to take a step forward. It's kind of like I have to sacrifice in this area to make space in this area. You know, it's kind of like you're learning the art of balance here. You know, because focusing too much on goals, dreams, aspirations, yes, it causes a lack in our other connections, but also focusing on too much of the connections causes us to miss out on, you know, chasing our coins and investing in our businesses and passions and hobbies, okay? I get it, Taurus, but with this justice in reverse, it's like there was a mentality of imbalance here. It's like I'm going to just focus solely on this, but that means neglecting all of this, Taurus. And if you turn around and decide to just focus on this, you neglect on that. So it's like having to find a balance. How can I be a successful business owner or the best on my job and also cater to my family? Also, be there for either my husband or my wife, girlfriend, boyfriend. You know, it's like the balance, you know. How can I do both? Because like I told Capricorn, because it's like they had this same situation here, you know. It's like, should I choose my goals, my dreams, aspirations, my business, stuff like that, or should I choose my family? But truth of the matter is, you don't have to choose. Neither is more important than the other one. You need your family, you need your husband, you need your wife, you need your girl, you need that. But you also need to also have your own thing going, you know, for your own sanity. But yeah, Taurus, like I told Capricorn, like, you don't have to choose because they're both important, okay? Because yes, you do need to go out there and conquer the world. That makes you feel good about yourself, you know, but you also, you know, we all need that emotional support, you know, whether we like to admit it or not, you know, we all do need that, okay? But it's just all about balancing it. You know, not too much time with family and in our relationships and marriage, but also not too much time on our jobs and our businesses, you know. That perfect balance, okay? Perfect balance, okay? So, we're going to see what else we have here. Oh, wow, huh? And we got the Sun card, okay? So, once again, it's all about balance here, Taurus, okay? You don't have to sacrifice what you're doing. You don't have to sacrifice your goals, dreams, aspirations, your job, your business. No. You don't have to sacrifice that, okay? It's just about balancing it, okay? It's all about balance, okay? And y'all will do really good with that because, once again, y'all are earth signs, okay? So y'all are all about structure, routine, and things of that nature. So it's just like you can get yourself on like a set schedule. Like, okay, we're going to dedicate this time to work and to business. We're going to dedicate some time to family or to my relationship or marriage, okay? But also, I would say, Taurus, like, not to forget about yourself here, okay? Not to forget about yourself, because with this King of Swords, he's in nature, okay? So, at times to yourself is also important, Taurus, okay? Self-care, self-love, all of that, okay? So, what else do we have here for our lovely Tauruses? But this is so sweet, Taurus. You know what? I like y'all's reading. It's so sweet. The bulls of the zodiac signs have had a change of mind and a change of heart. Okay? Whew. Nobody would have ever seen this coming. I wouldn't have seen this coming, and I'm a tarot reader. Oh. But you're doing good, Taurus. But sometimes things like this has to happen, you know? Sometimes stuff like this has to happen, you know? And we all kind of prioritize certain things, you know, and that's okay. We all get a little sidetracked sometimes, okay? But like I said with the GPS, when we get on off the wrong track, that's when the GPS is like, okay, we are rerouting, okay? And it looks like that's what you're going through here. Taking a step back so that you can move forward. But this go around, Taurus, you're taking a balanced approach forward, okay? See how we have the Knight of Wands? He has both legs, meaning it's balanced, you know? Instead of him just hopping off one leg, you know, just putting more attention on one leg than the other. Like, no, Taurus, you need both, okay? Sorry that I had to use that type of example, but that's the only thing I could grab, you know, put my hands on, okay? So, right here we have the Queen of Wands in reverse, okay? Taurus, I don't want you to feel like you have to neglect what it is that you want to do, okay? That's not the plan here. That's not the goal, to stop chasing your dreams. No, that's not the focus. That's not the goal, okay? The goal is balance, okay? How can I put time into my business and on my job and also be there for my family or my relationship or marriage, okay? You do not have to sacrifice yourself, Taurus, okay? I don't want you to think that, okay? Don't fall into that energy. Because I don't need y'all giving up on y'all goals, dreams, aspirations. That's not what this means. What it means is finding a routine, Taurus, or some type of schedule that you can go by, okay? Where you dedicate this amount of time to family or to your relationship or marriage, and this amount of time, to, your passions and stuff, and your job and career path, okay? But also, do not forget about yourself, Taurus, okay? There comes a time whenever you have to turn the phones off and be done with family and be done with, your job and all of that, just so that you can basically recharge your batteries, okay? Because to show up on your job and do your best, and to also show up for your family and be there, you have to have your energy intact, okay? But if you're giving your all on your job and then coming home and giving your all to your family, that leads to a burnout, okay? So we want to avoid that, Taurus, okay? So the time that you have to yourself is also the most important, okay? Between your job, career path, your business, and your family and relationship and marriage, you are the most important, okay? So make sure you are okay first, Taurus, okay? Make sure you're spending time to yourself, self-care, all of that, okay? Because when you're taking care of yourself, you're in a good position to put your energy in other, in other areas of your life, But if you're overworking and you come home, stay up late to be with your family, you neglect yourself in that process, which will in turn slow down your performance on your job or in your business and in your family dynamic, okay? So make sure you're also taking care of yourself here, Taurus, okay? So it's like whatever y'all do it hard. Y'all go full throttle, whatever y'all do, okay? And nothing's wrong with that. But it's like before you do that, make sure you have the energy. Make sure you're doing what you need to do to take care of yourself, okay? So it's vitamins, water, walking in nature, meditation, time to yourself, going to the spa. Just make sure you are okay, Taurus, okay? So that your energy can be divided equally, okay? So yeah, that's all that I pretty much have here, Taurus, okay? And we also have the sun card here, okay? So this is going to be very beautiful, Taurus, okay? Once you find that perfect balance for yourself, that perfect routine, the perfect schedule, you're going to notice how much lighter you feel, okay? Because when you invest too much time on your job, and you know that your relationship and marriage is kind of like failing, that drains your energy. And also spending too much time, with family, not on your job, that also zaps your energy, So once you find that perfect balance, Taurus, okay, to where you can chase your dreams, you can be a business owner, all of that, and also be there in your connections and make time for yourself. Once you find that perfect balance between those three things, okay, self, connections, dreams, or your business, okay? Once you can find the perfect balance between those three things, Taurus, you will notice a very big change in yourself, okay? Your energy levels might shoot up, all of that, okay? So it's all about balance, okay? You don't have to sacrifice anything, Taurus, okay? But yeah, the main goal here, Taurus, is to make sure that you are okay, okay? For you to be the best business owner that you have the potential to be, you have to be okay, you have to be healthy, you have to be taken care of to run your business, and to also be, good in your relationship or your marriage. You have to be okay, Taurus, okay? So it's all about self-care, okay? Taking that necessary time to yourself when it's needed, okay? So you can get that energy back, so you can divide it amongst, your career and all of that, and your family, okay? But you do not have to sacrifice. You don't have to give up on yourself. No. It's just about balancing, okay? It's about balance. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much all that I have here, Taurus, okay? And it's all about balance, You don't have to give up on yourself, Taurus, okay? Just about using your time wisely, dividing it, evenly amongst yourself, okay? And family and connections, all of that, okay? Alright. So, this is sideways, okay? So, we have the Ace of Swords to the sides, okay? So, as an outcome, Taurus, this literally can go one or both ways, okay? It's either you can continue to have the mentality of just focusing on one thing versus the other, but you're going to constantly feel this tug, okay? I just want to warn you against it. If you choose to just focus on finances, you're going to feel that tug, okay? And if you just focus on family, you're going to feel still that tug, okay? But if you can switch your brain to fall into a routine, or not a routine, but to keep it balanced, you know, you won't feel that tug there, like something's missing or like you're not performing well in another area of your life, okay? So, yeah, it's just all up to you, Taurus, here, okay? But, once again, routine, keeping things equal, okay? You don't have to sacrifice anything, okay? So, alright, I'll let you guys go. I gotta get back in here to my little one. Until next time, Taurus.